Hello everyone and welcome to another stock market weekly update. I got a little bit of a different thing for you today. So you think we're talking about the Dow right now? We're going to start the week off, this weekly update referring to some of the big movers this week. How about that? I had a lot of people interested in talking about some of the stocks that have been moving, and it's hard to do that every day, so I think maybe incorporating this into this weekly recap, and you can take a look at some of these if they're interesting. If you see anything that you find interesting, I'll point out anything I find interesting as well. See if we can find anything. So this is going to be the movers for each day of this week. And if possible, I don't know whether I'm going to be doing this at the end of the videos from now on, or if I'm going to do it at the start, in the middle. We'll see what we want to do. So for now, I'm going to be doing it right at the start. So let's start on Monday here, the 2nd of December, with some of these movers here. We have Kodiak Sciences, which was up 70 freaking percent. Aslan Pharmaceuticals up 63. Cortexum 32% up. NF Energy Savings up 31. Oramed Pharmaceuticals plus 20. Clearside Biomedical. You'll know that's a big trend is going to be these pharmaceutical type companies are really going to be dominating most of these. We got SA Exploration up 19. Bat Group, ticker symbol GLG, which is interesting. I don't know. I mean, obviously someone probably already has BAT. So we got China Automotive Systems. We've got Brainsway, and it'll be it for the main winners here. So let's go ahead and look at the losers. We have Aqua Metals down 42%. Aqua Metals, that'd be an interesting one to look at. I don't know what Aqua Metals is, but it sounds interesting. We got Acres Biosciences, just an absolute dog of a stock. Sequence Communications, Molecular Templates, Paringa Resources is down 16. Then Pintech is also down 16. Roku, big ol' stock here, down 15% on Monday. Lexicon Pharmaceuticals down 14. Apache down 14, and Just Energy down 13, which could be an interesting one again. These energy companies are really an important one to look at right now. I think a lot of this is as we transition into more renewable energy, as it were. I think a lot of these places, if they're ahead of the game, they have a good chance to really take advantage. So let's go on to Tuesdays, the 3rd. We have Audentes Therapeutics, ticker symbol BOLD. I love that ticker symbol, up 105%. That was off of them being acquired, I believe. Dario Health up 50. ViewRay up 35. Outlook Therapeutics up 34. Calyx up to 29. Iterum Therapeutics up 24. Akerna up 24. Atreca up 22. These are all these pharmaceutical type companies, Calyx as well, and therapeutics, and we have Land's End up 18, and Wrap Technologies up 13. So for the losers, Aslan up there. Ugh, what a shocker! As a result of you see Aslan here on these winners, you're usually going to see a reaction the following day or in a couple days. So here's that reaction, bringing it right back down. This thing was just pumped and dumped. So Protagonist Therapeutics down 41. Aldera Therapeutics up down 31. Cara Therapeutics down 29. Maybe Cara, as it might be. CBL Properties down 27%. This is because they cut their dividend entirely, so that's why they got hammered there. Inovia down 16. Kutek down 14. Duluth, you always see them in their underwear commercials. Down 14. Liquid Media down 13. And CPI Card down 12. On to Wednesday, Protagonist Therapeutics, what a shocker, up 63. Arbutus Biopharma up 22. Kodiak Sciences, another day of winners here, 22. Gallmed Pharmaceuticals, a stock I own, up 22. Jounce Therapeutics up 19. Capstone Turbine up 17. California Resources up 17. Canfight Biopharma up 17. Pacific Drilling up 17. And La Jala Pharmaceutical, maybe La Jolla, Could be La Jolla, if we're being honest. I don't know, actually. Up 17. Barnes & Noble, down 20%. Poor Barnes & Noble. Not sure if that was off in earnings or what that was necessarily. I haven't looked into that. So we have Revance Therapeutics, down 17. Outlook Therapeutics, down 17. What a shocker. Jianpu Technology, down 15. Oramed Pharmaceuticals, down 13. China Rapid Finance, down 12. Nucana, down 11. Ardelyx, down 10. Dynatrace, down 9. And Iterum Therapeutics, down 9. Then Thursday, the 5th, we have Arena Therapeutics up 95%. There you go, Arena. Keep doing that. Arena. Duluth up 32 now as a result. Yikers. I mean, bare naked underwear, man. We got Atreca back up in here in the gainers. Express. DermTech up 24. Marinus Pharmaceuticals up 23. SecureWorks up 21. Prostasis Therapeutics, PTI up 20%, which I'm sorry, I goofed on that stock. Okay, I sold that at like 150. The thing's up to like 250 now. I effed up. Okay, I was holding that dog for a while, a couple months where I was just doing nothing but losing, and I finally sold it once I made a profit, but could have made more. We got Air Industries, Hovnanian Enterprises up 16. Sage Therapeutics down 58. Acre Biosciences, another dog of a stock, as I told you, down 41. At Home Group, after a horrible earnings, down 35. Bioline Pharmacy, going to be down 26. Clovis Oncology, down 24. Melendo Therapeutics, down 22. New Water Technology, down 17. Elastic, down 17. Kirkland's, poor Kirkland's, down 16, and Apellis Pharmaceuticals down 15. And finally, Friday, we have Genesco up 33, Wellesley Bancorp. So it's interesting to see a financial one in these big movers, really. You don't normally see that. We have Big Lots. Didn't know Big Lots was still around, up 29%. KLX, let's look at this. $25 stock, huh? KLX Energy Services. Again, energy is an interesting one. Sundance Energy. Cancer Genetics, interesting name there. DermTech, obviously work on skin. Cassava Sciences. Easy Corp. My Size. Not going to say that on video, but okay. Coreva Pharma, down 33. Taronis Technologies, down 24. RTW, Retail Wins. That seems just like that's what it is. RTW should stand for Retail Wins, but down 24. Excella Health, down 22. Capricorn Therapeutics. We have Oyster Point Pharma, down 16. Yext, down 16. Cabaletta Bio, down 16. Hermitage Offshore Services, down 11. Then Aslan Pharmaceutical, sorry, you can't be in the winners too much, down 13. So that's it for these movers on the week. So let me know if that's something you want to see consistently. I can certainly include some in the videos. So we're going to go now into our lovely Dow Jones, as we love to do. So Dow Jones on the week, down 0.13, but overall, and you're going to see this. This is a horrible start to the week. Monday and Tuesday, both days down. On Tuesday, the Dow was down around 400 freaking points. Gosh dang, like 1.5%. So we probably shed off over 2% worth of the indices just off Monday and Tuesday. And we did a fantastic job of recovering, frankly, to be honest. So as far as what caused the initial start of the week to be so awful, a lot of it was off fear of not only tariffs being sent to the EU from the United States here, but also the concern of the Chinese trade war not getting done until election time. And I've called it before. Everyone knows that the election, it's a good leverage technique for an election, that you can say you'll figure out this China thing if you get elected, and if not, the other candidate's gonna have to somehow try to find a way to deal with it, and who knows if they can. It's not an unintelligent thing, is what I would say. It's a good leverage technique to get elected again. We'll see if it works out, and hopefully we just get a deal before then too, and then you can just speak that onto your record and get elected that way. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall I'm okay with being down 0.13%, relatively flat. Still year-to-date up 20%. As far as the S&P is concerned here, we're going to see a chart that looks very similar. Very similar. No shocker here. So this is the first time the S&P has posted a loss on the week in a while here. Actually, they're showing a little bit of a gain. I'm sorry, there's the Dow that was. So the Dow is up 0.1, or NASDAQ, the S&P, my gosh, up 0.16. Not bad. And year-to-date, up 25.5. So still very happy about that. So interesting week here, good recovery. As far as the S&P components, I did want to point out Ulta Beauty, who just posted an earnings result. Things up 11% because of it, but on the week, up 12.5. And what shocks me is obviously the valuation is crazy on this company. If you're looking at, you would think it is, but this is a PE ratio company right now of somewhere around, probably around 20 now after this earnings report. They beat. This is an extremely freaking profitable company. The profit they bring in is insane. $2.23 per share. That's crazy, and they beat on that standpoint there. And this is off of only $1.68 billion, which is a growth of 8% year over year. Imagine where this company can go to. I mean, this is a stock. If I get a dip, I'm gonna be buying the heck out of this Ulta Beauty. If I can get this guy somewhere in the, I hate to say it, but 230 range. If I could get that, I'm all in on the Ulta Beauty. So now we're going to go right into the NASDAQ because it's what we like to do. And you know what? What a similar story here. Similar story. Good recovery here, but ended up down 0.1%, which is still up 30.5% on the year for the NASDAQ. So let's freaking go. Nothing really to point out here, but still happy guy. Up on the month regardless. And a lot of this recovery, you want to know what it was from? That's right. Today we got the jobs report for November, which was honestly just ridiculous. I don't necessarily know where these numbers are coming from, but if this is 100% accurate, I mean, this is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, so this has to be accurate information. They're expecting 186 as the consensus, and we put 266K into it. Part of it too is going to be the return of work for the GM employees. Obviously, that is a factor there. Some 50,000 employees, but this is a lot more than 50,000, employee beat. That's crazy, and a lot of that was probably baked into this consensus. My assumption, which is crazy. Previous consensus was 156, so that's good. That's very good numbers here. Unemployment rates fell to 3.5. Holy freaking crap. Ugh. Gosh dang, that's wild. Hourly earnings were up. What a shocker. Hourly rates up 0.2% month to month, but 3% year over year. That's fantastic. You gotta love to see that. It's just a very good sign for the economy. And non-farm payroll, private companies were 254 versus 175 expected. So that's crazy. Then we also got some numbers on the consumer sentiment, which does not shock me. 99.2 versus a consensus of 96.9. And I'm not shocked about it at all. I think, look at this, current economic conditions, 115 versus 111, and an index of consumer expectations, again, beat the expectations. And that doesn't shock me at all. And I think you see a lot of it in the Black Friday spending, where we somehow, grew Black Friday spending around 17 to 20% on the year. And a lot of this is because this consumer sentiment's positive. People aren't going to be spending that much money if they're not confident in the economy. That just is how it goes, which I hate to say that because obviously you need people to spend to keep the economy flowing, and then once everyone gets this mentality of they need to save, it kind of just makes the economy, slow down. That's just frankly how it works. So if everyone just didn't get scared, there'd be no recessions ever. Just kidding. But this is just fantastic numbers for us. This is fantastic data, and that's why we had a good recovery on the week. So that's really it for this recap here. Is a little bit long, I think, because of this adding these losers and gainers, the top movers, as I should say. So just let me know if it's something you want to keep seeing. Thank you.